In this video, I will be going over the use of F formula and nested F formula, which I believe is one of the easiest and most useful formulas you can use in Excel. I will go over a bit of a theory first before showing you an example. So let's begin. Formula is one of the most popular and useful functions in Excel. It's used to perform logical comparison. Basically, it checks whether a condition is true or false, and then it returns different results based on that. So as you can see, the F formula will always begin with an equal sign, then you write F. Then, in here, inside the bracket, you write your logical test. For this one, as an example, you want to check if cell A1 is greater than 10. So if this is 11, then this becomes true, because 11 is greater than 10. Then this value will run if true. But if this was 9, which is less than 10, then this value would run. To show you this, I will give you an example to make it more clear. So the example I want to give is exam results of students, of about 5 students, and I want to know whether they have passed or not. So anything greater than 50, I would call it a pass, and less than that would be a fail. So let's write this down. So I start with equal, you write F. So underneath this, you can see there's a text that to help you out. So you start with a logical test. The logical test I want to know is if this cell is greater than or equal to 50. If so, then it's true. Then if it's true, what do I want it to return? I want it to return pass. But if it's 49 or less, then it would return false, and the text I want it to return is fail. So this is the test I want to do. So if I press enter, you can see because this is 49, it would fail. But if this was 70 or even 50, it's a pass. Then you want to drag and drop this to all the cells, double click to see if this is applied correct, so F9, yep. And check this one, yep. And this is 55, but if this was 40, it fails. Pass, 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 because this is less than 50, it's showing us fail. So this is a easy and simple way of checking if your formula is working. The nested F formula is very similar. A nested F formula in Excel is when you use multiple F functions inside each other. Basically, one F formula depends on the result of another F formula. You nest them together to test more than one condition. So why use nested F formula? Because sometimes you need more than just a simple true or false check. Maybe you have 3 or 4 different outcomes depending on different condition. So similar to previous simple F formula, this one you would have your F formula beginning with a condition, then if true, you'd show result 1. But if this was false, instead of returning whatever value the false check was, you would have another F check. Then you can have another condition here. Then if this was true, it would show you a result. If false, you could have another F condition, and so on. To make this more clear, I'll give you an example now. So with the nested formula, what I want is, depending on whether they're male or female, I want to return a specific message. For example, if it's a male, I want to say pass, nice work sir. If it's a female, and they've passed, I'll say nice work miss. So let's see how this works. So again, we keep the first part the same. So we're saying if it's greater than 50, it's a pass. If it's not, then it should return as false when it would return fail. But in here, because once it's true, we want to check if they're male or female, and we want to write message is specific to that person. So we can write another F formula. We can check whether this cell equals male. If true, I want to return pass. And nice work. So, but if it's false, that means it's no longer male, it should be female. Then we should return pass. Nice work, miss. Close this, and if the first part is false, it would return as fail. So let's check this out. There we go. Apply this to all. Pass, nice work, miss. Pass, nice work, sir. Just fail because it's less than 50. Let's check this nested formula even more. So for this one, I want to know if this cell is greater than or equal to 70. I want it to show as grade A. But if it's not, I want to check again. I want to check whether this cell is greater than or equal to 60. Then I want it to show as grade B. Again, if it's not, I want to check again. This cell is greater than or equal to 50. Then I wanted it to show as grade C. If this is also not true, because we put less than 50 as fail, we can just write as fail. Close this bracket, close this one, close this last one, press enter. As this is 50, between 50 or above is C, it's showing us C. So let's apply this to all. There you go. Above 70 is A, above 50 is B, C, sorry, and above 60 would be B. And anything less than 50 is a fail. So you can have as many F checks you want to add in here, so long as you make sure that you're following this text correctly, and it should work for you. I hope this video was useful to you, and if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer you. Thank you.